The exportation of the tansy flower. My name is Kendra Broadfoot, and I am a first-year student at the University of Guelph. The tansy flower is not a native species to Canada, and it actually originated from both Europe and Asia and traveled over to Canada. The tansy flower is a herbaceous plant that is part of the aster family and has been found to be poisonous to animals if ingested. It is known to be an invasive species all over Canada, which is the main reason behind the exportation of the tansy flowers to the United States. As it is an invasive species, it makes other aspects of our environment relatively unhappy due to the plant disrupting their growing process by attacking their seeds. They grow like a weed, which is actually how they escaped cultivation, which is why they became a pest. The consumers being targeted are the United States companies and organizations. The U.S. market is extremely competitive and is worth approximately $15.7 trillion. Hospitals in the U.S. will be affected by the medicinal uses of the plant. Scientists in both Canada and the U.S. are affected due to the research going into the plant as to how exactly its organic chemistry plays a role. Farmers in Canada will be affected because they will need to harvest the plant. Nutritionists in the U.S. will be affected due to the science behind how the plant provides nutritional values and uses. Truck drivers in Canada will be affected because it will create more delivery jobs to the U.S. Canadian economy will be affected because the money being made from the exportation would be more than the cost it actually takes to export it. The specific target areas in the U.S. are Texas, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina because they have no history of tansy flowers there. Specific teaching and research hospitals in Dallas, Texas is the Baylor University Medical Center, in Birmingham, Alabama is Birmingham VA Medical Center, in Miami, Florida is Jackson Memorial Hospital, in Atlanta, Georgia is Atlanta Medical Center, and in Charleston, South Carolina is MUSC Medical Center. There are many benefits to Canada, but the overall benefit is stopping the tansy flower from further invasion in our environment. The tansy flower has many benefits, so some of the medicinal uses of the tansy flower are treating stomach ulcers, gallbladder conditions, gas bloating, stomach spasms, nerve pain, migraines, rheumatism, heart palpitations, assisting in abortion, and treating roundworm and seizures. In terms of the nutritional uses of the tansy flower, a few of the many are preventing poor appetite, a flavoring agent, aiding in digestion, treating dyspepsia, a good source of vitamin C, and the stimulation of hair growth. Specific disadvantages are tax increases to locals, time, money, and energy issues if the request and process becomes too much for Canadians, as well as logistical issues between consumer and transporter if the plant is unsalvageable upon arrival. Reasons to stop the tansy flower from further invasion among our environment is to prevent the decreases in pasture yield, damages to livestock by ingestion, negatively impacting income management costs, and the outcome of doing these three things is becoming more ecologically friendly, receiving potential government grants for further research, and recycling our ecosystem by using a pre-existing environmental resource. How the exportation would affect the Canadian government would be the legal aspects behind getting Canadian government-issued certifications such as Canadian Fruit Tree Export Program, Canadian Greenhouse Certification Program, Grown Plant Certification, and Canadian Nursery Certification Program. The overall exportation of the tansy flower benefits both the United States and Canada as a whole, as well as individual consumers in many different ways.